To Darrell from IPSOS, because he's kind of got his finger on the pulse of what Canadians are thinking and feeling as much as anybody in this country. Polling, of course, doesn't tell the whole story, but it gives us a bit of a snapshot of where people are at and what issues are important. Darrell, in the work that you've been doing in the lead up to this campaign, what issues have risen to the top for Canadians?
There's been 5 that people say are the most important issues. Number 1 is healthcare. Probably won't play a big role in the campaign. Number 2 is affordability, which all of the parties are talking about right now. Number 3 relates to taxes, which is really a subset of issue number 2. Social inequality is a big issue in the minds of the public, so progressive voters will be very interested in hearing party answers on that. And interestingly enough, given the focus of some of the advertising we looked at, climate change is number 5.
Climate change, could that be the sleeper of this campaign? For a lot of people, it is the dominant issue. It is the only issue for someone like Elizabeth May and the Green Party. But could it rise from where you're finding it at number 5 to much more prominent in this campaign?
Well, it depends on whether the parties want to talk about it. Interestingly enough, prior to SNC-Lavalin and some of the things that have happened over the last couple of months, I was anticipating that it would be a pretty big issue. You've got one side of the equation, the progressive side, that wants to talk about the carbon, and you've got the conservatives on the other side that want to talk about the tax. And they really wanted to have that fight. But it seems to have petered out a little bit in the run-up to the election. Now, given where the Green Party is going with their position and given where the NDP is going, in order to be able to attack the progressive side of the Trudeau agenda, you might see it raise its prominence through the course of the election campaign.
What about attitudes towards politics and politicians generally? All the parties have variations on the theme of "we're in this for the people," which seems to be a deliberate sort of anti-elite message. Why is that? What is it that they're tapping into?
Well, it's a phenomena that we see worldwide, in which there's a whole group of the population that believes that the economy is rigged. It's working on behalf of a very exclusive group of the population, that decisions get made and the public really doesn't understand why they're being made or why they're in their interest. And they've decided to couch it in these terms of the people versus everybody else.
Let's go to Mercedes.